Hey guys, a very good morning and thanks again for tuning in to this daily market outlook. So starting off with EURUSD. EURUSD at the moment has been pushing up further in towards the upside. Just focusing real quick on the daily structure, guys. The daily is still bearish from this high in towards this low. So we made a substantial pullback after seeing this break of structure over here in towards, let's say, around 0.88 Fibonacci retracement level. After that, we've pretty much seen a one-way impulse in towards the downside. And now at this point in time, we're located inside a crucial area on the daily internal structure, guys, because this pretty much is just one impulse down. This is now a potential retracement before seeing a further continuation in towards the downside. So all eyes on this area of supply if it is able to hold price and push that further in towards the downside, because if this area of supply does indeed fail, then it is going to be likely that we are going to take out this swing high over here. Why is that? Well, because of the fact that there is no fresh supply left. So we had this supply zone, we tapped in already, not fresh. We had this supply zone tapped in already, not fresh, meaning that when you don't have any fresh supply zones left anymore, very often and more often than not will you just go for the liquidity. And even up higher above this high, which is the highest high or the highest swing high, that is where the main liquidity lies. So waiting for that high to get taken out, and then potentially gonna see further downside continuation after that. But for now, it is looking like EURUSD is bullish and ready to take out those highs, but we are kind of at the last line of defense. So let's keep an eye on this area of daily supply. Now going in towards the 4 hour, the 4 hour over here has been pushing up higher, and what we can pretty much see, guys, and just to go back in towards 4 hour structure, 4 hour structure is still from this swing high all the way down in towards this swing low. Okay, so like irrelevant of the overall swing structure, in the meantime we've had like this internal uptrend, this internal downtrend, and now again an internal uptrend. So at the moment the trend internally is bullish. We just broke this high. Well, what do you expect after a break of structure? Just focusing on the internal trend only, you expect a potential pullback play in towards the downside. So let's keep our eyes open. What could potentially happen is just one more push up, grab the liquidity. That would be nice, because then we can get like a change of character and then, for example, get into a sell. So that's what the main focus is. If you want to be a little bit more aggressive, go in towards the 15-minute time frame, check it out over there, and then obviously what you'll see is that this is pretty much the low to break. If we're able to break that low, you already have kind of like a high conviction 15-minute short setup. For the rest, I'm not really liking it that much yet. You could be even more aggressive. Let's say we pull in towards this sub for the buy, we push up one more time, we form a new high, and then, for example, break this low. You could also look for a short setup as well, at least in towards, for example, this sell before the buy, this demand zone over here, okay? If you like to be a little bit more aggressive. Now, going in towards the dollar index itself, the dollar index itself is, of course, still bearish. As we can see, we've come back in towards this old sell before the buy zone, or old demand zone. Overall, what we can see is that we had an uptrend, so higher high, higher high, higher high. And obviously we broke in towards the downside, so a low, lower low, lower low. So this at the moment is just kind of like your lower high. This is your lower low. So I mean, until we break this high over here, dollar index is still obviously bearish. So that is kind of like the information that we're taking with us. Dollar index for now still bearish. Daily over here, I mean, we kind of highlighted it yesterday. Obviously this is kind of like your range at the moment, and we're definitely kind of at the 25% mark, which is an area of support. So I would like to see, in all honesty, kind of like a higher push here on the dollar index, at least to kind of like grab the liquidity which lies above here, because all the stops are kind of like above here. I have this clean push in towards the downside, meaning that a lot of liquidity is always above those highs, especially if you kind of view this, you can very obviously see kind of like this trend line liquidity coming up. Now going in towards AUD USD. So AUD USD here on the 4 hour nearly pushed in towards our zone of interest, our point of interest. Going in towards the daily real quick, obviously we've been continuing to pushing towards the highs. Going in towards the 4 hour as well, you can see that that is kind of like the last fresh area of a supply that we have here on the 4 hour time frame. Now, still expecting that zone to get hit. Overall, Aussie dollar is already looking a little bit better. This is the 4-hour fractal low, guys. So this is your 4-hour fractal low, which broke this fractal high. So we could already start pushing towards the downside. There's a lot of liquidity situated underneath this trend line over here, and there's like a lot of demand over here. So I would like to see a potential short if we do indeed see a fractal break, but the highest probability short will definitely come once we reach that higher zone of 4-hour supply. Going in towards pound dollar. So pound dollar itself pushed up higher. So we're now indeed inside that zone, which I highlighted in yesterday's video. So that is this daily area of supply where liquidity lies for sure. So definitely now looking for a push in towards the downside slash sell-off here from GU. So looking for that GU short to come into play very, very soon. Preferably you want to kind of like take out this high over here, and then you want to start looking for a short, and then the highest probability shorts will come when we kind of break that 4-hour fractal and then get a lot of momentum in towards the downside, back down in towards this sell before the buy. So that's GU. Going in towards NU. So NU over here, yes, sold off from this supply zone over here. Obviously we kind of spiked above it, but yeah, nice sell off back in towards the downside. This pair at the moment just consolidating. Not too much of my focus is going into NU at the moment, in all honesty. Now looking at gold, I am seeing something interesting on gold. So gold has now pushed in towards that supply zone. Okay, so in towards supply, which we highlighted yesterday. So definitely now looking for a sell-off back down in towards 23.80. Yeah, so definitely looking for a potential short. We've already broken the overall fractal low over here. So now looking for us to kind of like continue with the overall order flow in towards the downside. For sure to at least take out this liquidity low over here, and then preferably also push in towards this area of demand. So looking for those gold shorts, just going back in towards the 4-hour, yeah, makes sense for us to start pushing back down. Obviously, we've been consolidating quite heavily on gold here. We're kind of stuck inside of this range. So now looking at range principles, obviously, we're at the 75% mark, which is historically an area of resistance. So yeah, that's why we're definitely looking for a sell-off in towards the downside if we can get that momentum on the 15. So yeah, guys, that's it for today. Thanks so much for tuning in. Wish you all a fantastic day and speak soon. Thanks.